Tayyur Emin is a 38-year-old Muslim man currently living under China's communist rule. He went in for what authorities called a free health check. The exam included scanning his face, drawing blood, recording his voice, and taking his fingerprints. They said, "You don't have the right to ask about this," Mr. Emin said. "If you want to ask more," they said, "you can go to the police." He is one of nearly 36 million people who have gone in for these seemingly voluntary medical exams. The main group of people that China has recently tested on are the Uyghurs, who are mainly Muslim. Their main goal with this campaign is to have them conform more to the Communist Party. Although it seems like this wouldn't affect anyone outside of China, what is surprising is that America is helping them achieve their goal. America should stop helping China collect DNA from its people because it is an invasion of privacy. They aren't being fully transparent about what we're helping them with, and if it gets extreme, these targeted checkups could lead to some serious cases of racial profiling. China started collecting DNA samples from its people in 2016, calling them free health checks, but many have told their stories about how the voluntary checkups turned out to be required. Officials have started collecting blood samples and iris scans in order to build a national database in Xinjiang. The mandatory data banking of a whole population's biodata, including DNA, is a gross violation of international human rights norms, said Sophia Richardson, China's director at Human Rights Watch. It's even more disturbing if it's done surreptitiously, under the guise of a free healthcare program. Without the consent of the patients, what China is doing is very wrong. The authorities are not giving them the right to choose whether or not they want to be a part of the campaign. America has been providing them with the technology to achieve this, and just recently we have run into that problem. China has worked with a number of labs in America to build up their database, but what many people don't know is that they're going behind our back to use our technology without permission. According to Kenneth Kidd, a geneticist from Yale, scientists aiding China collect DNA samples flew out to spend 11 months at his lab. "I had thought we were sharing samples for collaborative research," Kidd said with concern. The physician from China took samples from his lab back with him, and Kidd was not aware of the samples being stolen. This incident should be a red flag. If it was this easy to purloin private information from America, we should not be aiding them anymore. China using this information without our knowing proves that there is a level of distrust within our relationship. If America doesn't stop helping China soon, they could possibly be assisting them with ethnic profiling and, at an extreme, genocide. The data collected is used for surveillance of persons because of ethnicity, religion, opinion, or other protective exercise of rights like free speech. According to Human Rights Watch, the campaign China is pushing has created a divide. They have detained almost 1 million people to places called re-education camps, hoping that it will make them comply with the Communist Party. This factor alone proves that there is a divide between two groups. If the Uyghurs keep resisting the government, the authorities might see them as a threat and cast them as anti-communists, punishing them, incarcerating them, and possibly harming and/or killing them. America's role in aiding China with their campaign is one that goes against the core beliefs of the nation. Individuals have a right to decide what to be kept private, especially when it comes to their own bodies. The involuntary health checks that the Chinese government have been putting on are a violation of the targeted group's rights. Some of the technology we are providing China with is being taken with or without our knowing, and because of the direction their campaign is going, it might lead to a serious divide within the country. The topic is one that is testing human rights down to their genetics. If we aren't careful, the definition of humanity could also be tested in a way that won't solely deal with a singular country's problems.